When discussing the character Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball, someone will inevitably bring up that they're not actually a racist caricature, but inspired by a Hindu god. But what if that's not true? People will often defend the character Mr. Popo by saying that his design is inspired by the Hindu or Buddhist, depending on where you look, god Mahakala. The similarities between the two include their dark skin and red lips, their power over time, and that the Tibetan name Nakpo Chen Po means Great Black One. But before I go any further, I want to point out that all of this is just conjecture, and that we've never gotten an answer on where Toriyama found inspiration for Popo's design, and we probably never will, so there's no point in acting like there's a definitive answer to his character. That being said, the main problem I have with Mahakala being associated with Mr. Popo is that when reading about him, he's supposed to be the strong, all-powerful, destructive god that rules with wrath and weapons and corpses around him, and I just don't get that vibe from Mr. Popo. Secondly, we're saying that Mahakala controls over time and space itself, and that Mr. Popo takes care of the hyperbolic time chamber. I feel like that's a pretty weak connection solely because Popo didn't even create the time chamber, he just takes care of it on behalf of Kami. It feels like we're missing something, and this creator, Nicholas Namiolis, has another possibility of what Mr. Popo might be based on. He talks about how originally in Europe, there was a type of decorative art called blackamoors, which depicted someone of African descent, usually in turbans and oftentimes as a servant holding trays, which are also very racist in their designs. Do you see where I'm going with this? We got red lips, black skin, turbans, and a servant position that Mr. Popo has, being the jolly happy-go-lucky assistant to Kami. And yes, these things got made in Japan too. Like if you go on eBay right now and search up blackamoors made in Japan, you'll get a few results that, unsurprisingly, look way more like Mr. Popo than Mahakala does. If we add on top of this that Akira Toriyama grew up during the kowaiification of black caricatures like with the doll Dako-chan, I don't think it's really that far-fetched to say that this might have had an influence on Mr. Popo's design. At the end of the day, we'll never know what Mr. Popo is truly based off of, but insinuating that he's based off a Hindu god, like it's some sort of undisputed fact just to belittle people's concerns about racist depictions, holds no water either.